why I decided to run for office was because in the early 2000s, right here in Indiana, women were getting arrested for breastfeeding in public. I thought, that's crazy, you know, that's crazy. Please, you know, if you have an issue or something, ask that person to step aside or, you know, cover themselves, but arrest these women. You want to separate women from their lactating infants? That's just crazy. And I started to look into a lot of the laws and the way we govern here in Indiana and discovered we have a lot of problems. And so I've really focused my work in particular on protecting women, young girls, and just children generally. But I have to tell you, you know, not even 1 in 5 legislators today making laws are women. And you feel that impact in the way we run our state. And we need more women, and we've in fact lost women in this past election cycle, and it's a shame because we also find a way to work together in ways that I think are healthy and productive and collaborative, and we make better law and we drive better evidence-based policy. But that said, I'm also on a mission to recruit more people to run for office. I think we'll have healthier, better government when we have more regular, good-hearted people, smart people serving. And they also say that women do not run for office unless they're asked. So all of you here, young and old, girls and women, I'm asking you, why not you? Why don't you think about it? I'm serious about that. Why not you?
When I work as a nurse practitioner, and you see girls in different sizes, and some wear glasses, some don't. Some have braces, some don't. Some have their breasts developed, some don't. And girls are mean to each other, and they talk about those things, which is, being a mother of having raised 2 daughters through the middle school years, I know how many things that they faced. So one of the things that I really thought about is the words and the things that people say. And I grew up hearing, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you. I don't believe that now. As an adult, I feel like words can hurt. And I can remember back, older for me, in my college years, I went to DePauw University in the 70s, and being at DePauw, I don't know if for the parents or the people my age might realize, but there was very few African Americans that attended DePauw back then. In my incoming freshman class, there was 11. When I graduated, there was only 3 of us. But I was in the School of Nursing, and in a School of Nursing that had been in existence for 22 years, I was going to be the 3rd ever to graduate from that School of Nursing. And it wasn't because I was the only African American nursing student that had gone through or tried to go through the program. It was because that faculty worked hard to try to not have us there. And during my junior year, my dean came to me and talked to me and said, well, I don't think you're going to be a good nurse. And so I think you need to go find something else. In addition to telling me that, she called my parents up. I don't think your daughter's going to be a very good nurse. I think you need to move her into something else. Well, I decided, no, I'm going to stay in nursing. And last May, on Mother's Day, when I walked across the stage getting my doctorate in nursing, I thought to myself, Dr. Smith, I got it, the same thing you got.
You know, my dad caught a lot more flack than I did because, you know, nobody would go up to a 5-year-old and say, what in the heck are you doing getting into a little race car and going 50 miles an hour? They're going to go see her dad and say, are you crazy? You know, why? But it was just something that our family did and something that we were passionate about. And for me, that passion developed into a career. It developed into something that I was able to take and make money at. I've earned a living being a race car driver. That's crazy. Very passionate about surrounding myself with teammates, meaning, you know, like the guys over the wall, changing the tires, the engineers, you know, making decisions on the race car. I was also so passionate about those people believing in, you know, the effort and believing in me as a driver, that when I finally got to a point in my career in 2007 when I didn't have people that were supportive and actually had engineers that put old parts in my car and called things against me. I said, you know what, my next passion is going to be finding those people and putting jobs in front of them to be my team and create my own race team. So that made me very determined, that passion. And my passion about racing and sharing that with our community is growing into a whole nother business that I'm getting crazy to start. But it makes a person determined. And when you're faced with a situation in middle school where a kid will come up to you and say, you race cars, you're a girl, you wear clothes from Goodwill, what's wrong with you? It's like, you know what? I walk through the halls in my high school now, and this goes back to the story that somebody told down there. I walk through the halls of my high school now where, in Commercial Point, Ohio, they have signs. Commercial Point, Ohio, home of race car driver, da-da-da. And this one girl that had made fun of me for these Goodwill jeans that I had that were Guess jeans, she's now the home ec teacher. So she was also the lead cheerleader in my class. And so, I'd been through that before, but because I was so determined that I wanted to be in that race car, and I wanted to have the best parts in that race car to make me the fastest little girl on the planet, I didn't care what she said. And it made me determined to get to my goal, and that was able to put me as the third woman to race at the Indy 500.